What's going on, everyone? Josh here with another half-ass beer review. Joining me tonight, two of my good friends. On my left, we got Fanboy Tone, one half of Banter and Babble. And on my right, we got Drastin, the Dungeon Master on 7 Dungeons. Are you guys excited about drinking this beer?
Always.
I am, yes.
I know.
Always.
I am too. This is a bottle of Esther's Lil Secret Caramel Pecan Scotch Ale with Highlander Grog Coffee, aged in bourbon barrels. Warping Brewing Company, 9.5% ABV.
That's a lot going on.
Dayton, Ohio.
Not to be confused with the Dayton family in Flint, Michigan.
Right. Dayton family. Still got to call them out. Dayton. All right. There's a long beer tail on the back, which I will not read. But Tone and I just had the other Esther's Little Secret last week. We weren't super impressed with it.
Yeah, we were meh.
But Drastin says this one is...
It's definitely the best one of the bunch.
The bee's knees?
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I mean, the bee's knees wouldn't be a little secret.
And for those that don't know,
Right.
Esther's Chocolate is a Ohio-based chocolate company. It's real big in the Ohio area. And they do this collaboration with Warpwing every year. And every year it's a different one.
Interesting. So the question that I asked Josh last week, I'm going to ask you. What would be Esther's big secret?
I don't know.
He has no imagination. Moving on.
None. I'm a DM.
Let's check out this beer. Now, also, before we crack it, Drastin 3D printed me my own bottle opener for half-ass beer review. Little drink, big drink, half-ass beer review. There's a little penny here to help open the bottles. Now, you think this is going to break?
I hope not. I printed it because there was one of your episodes I watched and you're like, I can't find a bottle opener or something like that. And I'm like, I should just make him one.
I want to point out that
Did it work?
It worked!
He handed it to me earlier like it was my gift and then said, that's for Josh. I only printed one. And I was like, oh. And I was really hype about it because he added with he sent it to me and it just had half-ass beer review. And I'm like, dude, you should put a little drink, big drink on the side of the bottle. And I didn't get one.
He didn't ask for one either.
I want one.
I'll get you one.
Thank you.
Now that the married couple are done arguing, we cracked it. Let's pour it, look at it, smell it, taste it, see what it's got going on. Better not pour too much, right?
Yeah, this isn't a big can anymore.
I know.
Yeah,
I keep looking for a...
that big can.
Sounds like about right.
Like a hole at the end.
Sound like old guys in the
I was
bathroom.
gonna say the same fucking thing. I was gonna say the same thing. That is hilarious.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Okay. Really
Like,
syrupy.
Now what we have here, looks like a Scotch ale. It's nice brown, almost iced tea looking type thing, right? Wasn't too much of a head when we were pouring it. Some bubbles, no lacing. And it's just
Yeah.
caramel pecan.
Yeah.
You definitely get the pecan.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Aged, no bourbon, really.
I get
Like,
I
I
get
don't
a bit of the
know-
bourbon.
I
yeah.
do. I get a bit of slosh around.
Maybe
get
it's
some lacing.
I think it's mixing in well with the sweetness of the caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of one and the same. Did they say there was coffee in there?
Yes, Highlander
Okay.
Grog, which if you've
Highlander
never had
Grog, nope.
Highlander Grog, it's great.
Okay. I've been on a Speedway coffee kick. They got like a really dark blend there, and I don't know what it is. They got these machines now. Old man moment where you just put the cup under and you click the button, you say what size, and then it grinds it and brews it right there. It's freaking cool.
I'm used to just pouring it out of my bun coffee.
Right, I usually get it on the way home from the gym, and my wife has so many Speedway points. I've been getting free coffee for like 2 weeks now.
So, outside of the greatest experience in America, the greatest truck stop ever loves, my favorite normal gas station is Speedway. I'm a Speedway person. I will look for Speedways specifically because of the drink selection. You can walk into most Speedways and you have copious amounts of drinks you can choose from. I love that option. Now, I still gravitate to the same things, but you still have that
I go to
option.
Love's for a different reason. And it's because they have cleaner bathrooms than most.
But now that I've stirred it around, I have been getting more of that bourbon out of here. But still that caramel.
That candied pecan.
Yeah, that candied
Yeah,
pecan. Oh, my goodness.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm excited because I love Scotch ales. I love bourbon barrel aged ales. I love caramel pecans, candied pecans. I love coffee. I love everything that this beer says it's going to be. Let's get into this beer. As always, on Half-Ass Beer Review, we do a little drink.
Big drink.
Big drink. Cheers, everybody.
It's lighter than I thought it might be. I mean, it looks lighter, but I just didn't expect, with being that kind of riding the line about 10%, like, I expect a little bit more booziness out of it with the Scotch and everything.
What's super nice about it, so what's throwing me off is we drank the Death's Tart earlier, which is barrel forward.
Yeah.
And the barrel doesn't really come until the end of this drink. So I was like, on that second drink, I really had to like explore what was going on. But like the maltiness from like the Scotch ale is working really nicely, and I'm getting like candied pecans. And it's not like overly sweet candied pecans.
It isn't, and that's good.
Right. And I think it works really well with like what the beer actually is.
Yeah.
Like
Everything
this is
melds together
Right.
super well.
Right. And I think Warped Wing is one of those hit or miss beers.
Very much so.
And this one is hitting it for me because I mean, after you're done drinking, getting all that flavor, that bourbon kind of starts to come in, but you're still getting all the other flavors. And this, I already drank it. The drink's gone, and I'm just getting all those flavors still working really well together.
Yeah.
On my tongue, it's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like Warped Wing kind of to me is like a Duclaw where you're expecting
50-50,
half. It's a 50-50. This is a positive 50 so far for me. Like it's light. The Scotch and the bourbonness isn't like overbearing. I'm usually critical about that, so I get that. But the sweet, the caramely, the nuttiness of it, like just this is.
If this was
is
given to
enjoyable.
you, would you guess that this is almost a 10% beer?
I don't think I would.
No.
I'd still guess probably like 7.5, 7 maybe.
I think just from smelling it alone, you'd have to say, oh, yeah, it's barrel aged, so it's going to be a higher ABV. But I mean, it is not drinking like it whatsoever.
Right.
Like it's drinking smooth.
Wow.
Yeah, you have the bourbon flavor in there, but you just want to keep going back for more.
Yeah.
Like that's what's crazy. Like they need 500 milliliter bottles of this.
And
This is what,
I have
275?
this in cans that aren't bourbon barrel aged.
Oh,
it's just
right.
the non. It's not the same. The
Oh, really?
bourbon
Okay.
makes all the difference here.
It's
It makes it that much better.
it does.
Okay.
Absolutely.
it's kind of so thin that like when you stop and think for a second, it's almost like you're just drinking some whiskey or some Scotch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a very
It's
nice.
really
This could be another cigar beer. This could be a cigar beer.
Oh yeah.
that exactly.
Yeah, this is
Exactly.
on the porch at night, cigar.
Yep, and just sipping on some of this.
Esther's little secret.
I'm thoroughly surprised and very pleasantly surprised with that as well too.
Tom,
Yeah, if you still rate beers,
would you ever buy this again? And in what capacity?
I would buy it again. I don't know the frequency that I would buy it. I definitely would buy this beer, for sure.
Drastin.
I would buy it on occasion. It hits a little hard, so it's definitely one of those sipping beers.
I mean, I think I said that they need to make it in bigger bottles, but maybe it's just because we're splitting this bottle.
Yeah.
This might be the perfect size for it.
Yes.
I would honestly, if I was within range, I'd probably buy a lot of it, and just so I had it
Okay.
to hang on to, because you never know when you're going to want something like this. This is
Exactly.
one of those beers you just kind of want around,
Yeah.
so you can drink it when you have it.
And have that cigar with it.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, I would get this again, and I'd buy a bushel of it if they made bushels of beer. But no, I don't rate beers on Half-Ass Beer Review anymore.
Clearly, you don't.
So let's move on. Tone,
Yeah.
if I did still
If you
rate
still
beers,
did.
I'm curious. What would you rate this beer?
I'm sitting at, honestly, I was kind of expecting that you would ask me if you rated beers, what would I rate this beer kind of question. I'm kind of sitting at like a 4.5, 4.6, I think right now. Like it's in that mid high range of fours for me.
Drastin.
For me, it would be like a 4.7.
Yeah.
I think it's right there under the greatness mark.
Yeah.
I think this is great. I think it's a 5. I really do. I love this.
Okay.
I love this. I want more of it. I am thoroughly enjoying it, especially after being let down by the last one, maybe.
Yeah.
Even so. This one's just, it's doing everything it says it's going to be doing. It's
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Like you taste everything.
yeah, and I just want more of it. Like, I don't want to finish this, but I want to keep drinking more of it, so I'm taking as little of a drink as possible so I can get the flavor in my mouth.
Yeah.
And for having the coffee in it, the coffee isn't overpowering,
Right.
which is rare in a beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just very slight, and it mixes very well with whatever's going on in this beer.
Yeah. It's weird that it rides like this line of almost coming off as like a liqueur.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. But now that's going to do it for this episode of Half-Ass Beer Review. Thank you all for joining us as we get to try Esther's Little Secret. Now we know
Yes.
what her little secret is, and we enjoyed her little secret thoroughly.
The secret is the bourbon barrel.
I think it is.
I think so.
That caramel pecan, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that could be her little secret in here, and I'm into all of them. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We know we did. But before you go, Tone,
Yes.
where can the people out there find you?
You can find me and the Dude 79 live 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Wednesday on Banter and Babble, twitch.tv/Banter and Babble for all your entertainment, pop culture, news.
Draston?
You can find us Monday at 7 Eastern on twitch.tv/7dungeons for the world's best homebrew Dungeons & Dragons adventure.
But until next time, please keep your fridges full and have a great night.